going on, guys? How you all doing? Hopefully you're all doing well, man. We got a late one tonight. We got a very late one. Actually, this week we got a 10 o'clock game, so this is it's going to be a really weird week. But you know what? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Should be a very interesting game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Portland Trailblazers tonight. The Sixers are in the middle of a 5-game road tear. They're actually on the road for 5 games, and they'll be back home on Saturday night. They'll take on the Brooklyn Nets, but next stop on this West Coast road trip is Portland, and so they will be playing tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, they should be getting underway in about just a couple of minutes. But yes, so no Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is not active tonight, so we kind of figured that after the last game, as soon as he was warming up, the medical staff said that they didn't like something that they saw out of Joel, and it was actually reported from ESPN that they noticed something was wrong when he went to jump. So they're keeping him out tonight too, and they will also be missing Tyrese Maxey. So Maxey was dealing with an ankle injury, and he's not back tonight either. The good news, though, is that Tobias Harris is back in the lineup for the Sixers tonight. So Harris missed some time due to illness, and he is back in the lineup. He wasn't really feeling so well this morning, but he attended shoot-around, and he's going to be playing in tonight's game versus the Portland Trailblazers, and we'll talk about the starting lineups in just a little bit. As far as the keys go for tonight's game, though, you're taking on a team that's 13-33, but don't let that fool you, because this team has some really good sharp shooters, including guys like Malcom Brogdon, who, of course, the Sixers are targeting towards for the trade deadline, but also Anfernee Simons, a guy that has really taken over for Damian Lillard when he was here. And now he is the number one guy. He's been a very good scoring option for them. He's shooting the ball very efficiently from 3, and they're really going to have to try to do a good job at just guarding the perimeter and closing things out for sure, because you don't want this Portland team to just hit a lot of their shots. Jeremy Grant also playing really good basketball. Grant used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. He spent a little bit of time here, was actually drafted by the Sixers, and he was able to have a very big performance in his last game for the Portland Trailblazers. He actually had 24 points, 7 rebounds, and even though he was 1 for 6 from 3, he was 5 for 12 from the field and 13 for 16 from the line. So we're live at the Moda Center, and the Sixers will be in Portland, taking on a 7-13 team who is at home. They're actually 13-33 overall. And the starting lineups for tonight will be the following. So for the Trailblazers, they got Jeremy Grant, Jabari Walker, Anfernee Simons, Malcom Brogdon, of course, in the backcourt, and DeAndre Ayton will be at the center position. For the Sixers, it'll be Nick Batum, Tobias Harris in the front court, and then in the backcourt, you got Patrick Beverley and Kelly Oubre Jr., and Paul Reed will be the starting center for tonight's game for Philadelphia. So again, no Tyrese Maxey, no D'Anthony Melton still. He might be returning at some point during this week, which is also good news. That was reported by the team today, but still dealing with a lumbar spine injury, so he is not available either. So they're missing Melton, Embiid, Maxey, and Robert Covington, and still Jaden Springer not back either. Sixers are in their blue and white uniforms with the blue stars going down the side, on both sides, I should say. And they have the white numbers and the white letters on both the front and the back. Paul Reed, of course, wearing his NBA headband along with Patrick Beverley, who has his hair tied back. And he's going to be getting a lot of minutes tonight for sure. He had a very good performance in his last game. Both guys did, actually, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. The Portland Trailblazers, they're in their home uniforms, which is dark red and black going down the sides with a little blazer there. And then they have the white numbers and the white letters on both the back and the front, and the Trailblazer logo on the front as well. There's Anfernee Simons. We'll have a tip-off between DeAndre Ayton and Paul Reed. And here we go. And Reed tries to tip it up, and it's deflected off of Oubre Jr., and Reed ends up winning the tip-off. So the Sixers get the ball to start things off, and will also be able to do so to start off the fourth quarter. Oubre Jr. tries to drive it to the basket as the Sixers go from left to right, and he gets the friendly bounce to go. Already a 2-0 start for Philadelphia, and Kelly Oubre Jr. is able to get the Sixers on the board. The Trailblazers going from right to left. Again, they're in their red and black uniforms. We have a whistle called on Portland, and it should be a travel violation, but it is a turnover by the Trailblazers. Again, if you look at their starting lineup, it's Malcom Brogdon, Anfernee Simons, Jeremy Grant, Jabari Walker, and DeAndre Ayton. Here's Tobias Harris for the Sixers, as again they're going from left to right. He'll hand it off to Patrick Beverley. Beverley back to Harris. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. And now we'll take it over to the foul line as he tries to spin, and he gets fouled by Anfernee Simons, who was caught for reaching in. So we're just about 50 seconds underway to start off this late night game. Of course, it is 7 o'clock p.m. in Portland, Oregon. But right here on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 10:14 to be exact. Sixers inbound it from the near sideline. Beverley gets it inbounds. He'll try to take it right down the lane towards the right side, and he's fouled. Or he thought it was fouled. They say that he lost the ball. And Simons, who I thought was fouled, Beverley I thought was fouled. He just lost it, and it went out of bounds, and they say that it was last touched by Beverley. That's not the right call, but regardless, we play on. All right, so it's still 2-0 Sixers. 10:54 left to go, and we have another whistle on the other side. And Beverley got called. So Beverley got called for the travel. I didn't see that, but Beverley did get called for a travel. It was noted off the screen. And now Brogdon will inbound it from the far sideline. It'll be from the Trailblazers bench. 8 seconds left on the shot clock as Grant gets it inbounds at the Moda Center sign, and now will try to take it all the way to the rack, and he puts it up and can't finish it. Nick Batum is the one that leaps up for the board. Beverley controlling the tempo on the other side. He's on the far wing. He tries to dribble past the defender. Gets a screen set by Tobias Harris. Bounce pass inside to Toby, trying to reward him. As he tries to go over the 2, it's stripped and blocked away by Malcom Brogdon. That's a guy who plays very solid on the perimeter defensive side and also in the post as well. Brogdon trying to feed the big man inside. And he goes up with a right shot, no good. And Reed, did he touch it last? I believe he did. It may have also touched Batum anyways, so regardless, it'll be Portland basketball still, and it's still 2-0. The Trailblazers, as we talked about, they just lost 104-96. That was actually last night to the Chicago Bulls. DeRozan had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in that game. The inbound comes in, and the Trailblazers turn it over as Anfernee Simons lost it. So it just got, I guess you call that butterfingers. It just slipped out of his hands, and it just went out towards the baseline of Portland. So 2 turnovers by the Trailblazers, just 1 for the Sixers. Beverley on the drive to the basket, puts it up with the right hand. He can't finish it either. A lot of sloppy basketball so far as both teams struggling in the lane. Simons with one more pass, and he'll try to find Walker, and Walker can't get it to go. Jabari Walker, number 34 for Portland, has had himself a pretty good season. Here's Kelly Oubre Jr. trying to answer back with a 3. No, Paul Reed tries to follow through with it. He can't get it either. A long rebound that goes out to Tobias Harris. And this will be the 3rd time. Let's see if the Sixers can convert here. Harris trying to go into the lane. Gets it up inside by Paul Reed, and Paul Reed can't finish it. And another rebound goes to Oubre, and he follows through. So on the 4th try, the Sixers are able to get their 4th point of the game. It took a little bit of some time to do so. Here's DeAndre Ayton off the mid-range, lets it fly and knocks it down. Ayton has been red hot too for the Portland Trailblazers. He had 22 points and 12 rebounds in his last match. Harris for 3, too much mustard at the top of the key, and Brogdon's able to grab the board. It was actually grabbed by Walker and just tipped into the hands of Brogdon. Brogdon on the other side tries to find Anfernee Simons. Simons back to Brogdon over from the far wing. It was from wing to wing. Brogdon bounce passes it all the way towards the paint, and that's where he finds the big man, DeAndre Ayton. And Ayton's able to get a 4-0 run started by Portland as he has scored their last 2 buckets. And we're tied at 4 apiece. That's what he does. He did a good job at that in Arizona when he played for the Phoenix Suns. Harris with a quick trigger from 3, and that goes in and out. Portland working quickly on the other end. Anfernee Simons trying to put up a 7-4 run, and he can't do so. He tried to hit the 3, and Beverly is the one that grabs his miss and says, that's enough. Beverly over at the Moda side kicks it out to Batum, who lets it fly and cashes in from the far corner. That is just what he does, and he's had a very good career out of that. Catching, shooting, and playing very good perimeter defense. That's the first 3 made in this ballgame. The Sixers 1 for 4 from downtown. Meanwhile, Brogdon answers with an elbow 2 on the other side, and it's back to a 1-point lead for Philadelphia. Beverly trying to not waste any time. We'll talk more about that 3 in just a little bit. As Reed tries to get the bounce pass, and Reed gets the feed and 1. Are they going to count the bucket? I don't know. They say it was a personal foul on the floor by Anfernee Simons as he just reached in and tried to get it from Paul Reed before the shot went off. All right, so we'll update our scoreboard. I want to make sure that we do that. There we go. Again, I wish I could do the window capture, but that's just not how it goes. So we have a couple substitutions. Beverly will take a quick seat. Furkan Korkmaz will step in for Tobias Harris. And Scoot Henderson, the rookie, will also come on in for Anfernee Simons. He started when he played against the Sixers at home, when the Sixers were at home, I should say, and actually didn't do so bad. He did a pretty good job. Brogdon gets the steal off the inbound. He'll try to take it right to the lane, lays it up. No, and the follow-through by Grant is good with nobody boxing him out. Marcus Morris Sr., who also just stepped in for Portland, was able to was trying to stay with the ball and just forgot about defending. Forgot about defending Jeremy Grant. There's Furkan. He'll dish it out to Marcus Morris Sr. Morris Sr. lost it, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be Portland basketball. Or are they going to call a foul? They're going to say it was a foul. It was made on the Portland Trailblazers. 7:14 left to go. Marcus Morris Sr. made a little bit of contact. It was with Jeremy Grant down low. Man, that's tough. That was actually Scoot Henderson. Sixers get it back, and they went up with a 2. Couldn't tell what happened because of the replay. Let's see. So Oubre Jr. got the rebound, and Reed was the one that got the 2 on the other side. Paul Reed strips it and blocks Scoot Henderson. Good play by B-Ball Paul. Showing on the defensive side and getting the offense as well going too. Reed almost got it stolen away. It was actually Oubre Jr. that lost his dribble. Reed tipped it back out to Morris Sr. The Sixers swinging around the timeline. Kelly catches, shoots, lets it fly. Can't get it. Batum tried to get the rebound. And we have another foul called and a timeout as well. Sixers up by 2. It's 10-8 so far in this game with 6:40 left to go in the first. All right, why isn't this updating? Why isn't this updating? There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. All right, good. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. We got 15 lovely people on here watching. We need 6 more subscribers in order for us to get to 1,670. I want us to get to 1,700. I really do. I want us to get to 1,700. I think we can do it before the end of February. So, again, please spread the word. Tell your friends and family about this channel. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter or Twitch or any other platform watching, you can be on there. That's fine. I just won't be able to look at your comments, unfortunately. So if you can come on over to YouTube, totally feel free to do so. It's just type in Play-by-Play with JJ on YouTube, and if you want your comments to be seen, that's where you got to go. So that's where it has to be. J-Rep, gonna be a late night, but I'm here for it, he says. Tonight and tomorrow, man. Tonight and tomorrow and Thursday, too. So tomorrow, of course, the Sixers take on the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully, Maxey and Embiid will be back for that matchup. That would be really nice to see them go up against the Splash Brothers with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Don't forget about Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green as well. They've really put up a dynasty out in Golden State, so that should be a fun matchup. Even though their record says that they haven't really been playing up to their standards that they've put up over the last 7 years or so, even longer. But yeah, over the last 9 years, really. Oh, let's take a sip of water. If you guys are new, I want to hear what your final score predictions are. Comment down below, man. Comment down below. Final score predictions. Who gets the win and what's the final score? Who gets the win and what's the final score? Oh, boy. Let's see what else we got going on. The Sixers are on a little losing streak themselves, and that's been the other storyline coming into tonight. Even though they played a very good match against Denver with all the circumstances, the unfortunate circumstances that they had to deal with, it seems like that the bench really has been stepping up, and it doesn't matter if this team is, thin with their lineup. They really do try to outplay their opponent, and they almost were able to get it done the last time that they played on Saturday evening. So, of course, Ala Abdelnaby was a 25th overall pick in the 1990 draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. He was actually honored a little bit on NBC Sports Philadelphia. They talked about his career, and he gets a little slap from Kate Scott. Here's Furkan Korkmaz, who gets the inbound and has to put up a prayer, and it was from way downtown. Could not get it. Jeremy Grant trying to go coast to coast, puts it up and can't get it, but he's fouled by Furkan. My dad's here. What's up, Dad? How you doing? 120 to 116 Sixers. That's his final score prediction. So 6 minutes and 22 seconds left remaining in the first quarter. Again, the refs for tonight's game, you got John Goebel, John Butler, and Sheree Mitchell. So here's Jeremy Grant, former member of the process for the Sixers. He goes to the line to shoot 2 foul shots. The first one, he puts it up and drains it. Swish goes the basketball, and now it's a 10-9 game. Both teams not really shooting well from beyond the arc so far, but maybe that'll change. The second foul shot is also good by Jeremy Grant. We talked about his stats just a little bit ago. He's been a very good scorer for them. He's actually second on the team in scoring. Sixers do turn it over on the other side as we had some miscommunication, and they have to get back on defense. They have really been sloppy with the basketball and just have not been able to come up with some good offensive plays. It's 10-10. We're halfway done the first quarter. Sixers have 3 turnovers. The Trailblazers have 2. DeAndre Ayton, he'll bounce past it to Malcom Brogdon for a 3, and that one goes in and out, and Oubre could not hang on to the rebound. Oh, he had it, and it was just rebounded by Scoot Henderson. It just landed right into his hands, and again, Oubre Jr. just dropped it, and Jeremy Grant is able to make a ferocious dunk, and Portland has their first lead of the game. Marcus Morris Sr. tries to tie it back and answers from the top of the key. Just inside the three-point line, both teams have 12 points. So the Sixers will certainly take that. Good thing for Marcus Morris Sr., who's been really providing a lot of offense and is able to create his own shot, too. Brogdon is at the near wing, and he'll try to dish it out. He tried to find Simons inside, and now Brogdon has to dish it out, and he tries to pass it to a teammate, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers basketball. It was on the far side. That was Jabari Walker. He was on the far wing at the three-point line, and he just dropped it too. This has been a very bizarre game so far. Not a lot of scoring, and just a lot of turnovers by both teams as they've been making a lot of mistakes. Let's see if the Sixers can capitalize here. Furkan Korkmaz as he leans into the foul called by DeAndre Ayton. It was on DeAndre Ayton. And Furkan, I think that was in the act of shooting, it looked like, and he should be going to the line for 2. And that's what they're going to say is going to happen. So it's 12-12. We're at the Moda Arena here in Portland, formerly known as the Rose Garden back in the 90s. And there have been a lot of concerts that have taken place over here, including even guys like Elvis were able to perform here, and the Beatles at one point were also able to perform here as well. It's a pretty cool arena as far as what I've heard. First foul shot is up and in by Furk. So the Turkish Delight is able to give the Sixers a 13-12 lead. 4:58 left to go. Korkmaz again puts it up and swishes it from the line as he goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. So both teams combined are 4 for 4 from the line, just not shooting the 3-ball well and have been turning the ball over a lot. Brogdon tries to find Anfernee Simons inside. Here's DeAndre Ayton with a turnaround jumper. He puts it up, and Simons tried to leap up to get the rebound, but they're going to say it was a loose ball foul. And Marcus Morris Sr. was the one trying to box out Scoot Henderson. And Henderson was the one that made a lot of contact with him. Henderson has a nice little fro going. Looks really cool. Also has a cool beard, and he's wearing his big glasses. Very, they're very, very noticeable for sure. 14-12 is the score. Look more like goggles, actually. 15-12 now as Marcus Morris Sr. nails the free throw shot. And this will try to put the Sixers up by 2 possessions. Some more substitutions. So Scoot Henderson gets called for the personal foul. And he gets the second one to go. That's Marcus Morris Sr. That time it's 16-12. 76ers, 4:38 left to go in the first. Henderson with an alley-oop pass and a throw-down jam by DeAndre Ayton. Henderson tried to go down the left side of the lane, and Ayton threw it down with authority. Sixers only up by 2, 4:24 remaining. Beverly gets it. He'll swing it out to Reed. Reed will hand it off to Marcus Morris Sr. Will try to take it right to the paint. He dribbles around the timeline, kicks it out to Korkmaz for a 3. Off the dribble. No! And it was battered around, and it lands into the hands of Malcom Brogdon, who grabs the board. And now he's on the other side over at the three-point line. Tries to take it right down to the cup, and he gets past 3 Sixers defenders and gets the left-handed finish to go. And this is why a lot of people have been talking about Malcom Brogdon as a potential trade target. He's just able to whiz by different defenders, and he can create his own shot. Speaking of creating his own shot, here's Patrick Beverly for 3, and he can't get it. It was a little short. Brogdon with another board, trying to take it coast to coast with the right hand down the lane, and he wanted a foul call. He doesn't get it as the refs chew the whistle. But Malcom Brogdon has scored the last 4 points for Portland. 3:31 remaining, and a timeout called by Nick Nurse again. Sixers trail by 2 with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. All right. Where's Larry? Larry said he'd be coming on. Maybe he fell asleep. 18 people on here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the bells, man. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hope you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Malcom Brogdon, in case you are just wondering, he's been scoring a lot of points in tonight's game. Just had the stats up and lost it for a very quick second. But overall, he's been doing really well. He has 6 points, he has 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Actually, all 3 guys that have scored have been Jeremy Grant, DeAndre Ayton, and Malcom Brogdon. And each of them have 6 points. So if you do the math, 18 divided by 3 is 6. DFJ with the optimism. No, I'm kidding, man. He said we might lose this one. Hey, I want to see us fight in this game. That's what I care about, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for sticking this one out with us. We got a dragon fruit. We got a dragon fruit juice smoothie. I guess that's what you call it. It's a mango. It's with mango base. It also has an energy boost. Two drops of energy boost, 1 drop of immunity boost as well, and also has a protein boost and a cup of ice in a cold cup and a pour mix as well. So here we go. So Scoot Henderson this season, a guy that has averaged about 26.5 minutes per game. He was the 3rd overall pick in the 2023 draft. He's averaging about 4.5 assists per game and just 3 rebounds, and is also shooting 36.5% from the field. He's a really young guy and has been really coming off the bench a lot, but has been making a lot of plays so far in this game. Even though he's not on the board, he has 2 assists and also 1 to rebound, too. Just 0 for 1 from the field. He's obviously the future of this team, along with Anfernee Simons and Shadon Sharp, too, even though Shadon Sharp, their shooting guard, who did a very good job the last time that he played against the Philadelphia 76ers, which was earlier in the season. He's out. He's actually getting reevaluated. He had a thigh injury and also a lower abdominal strain as well. Here we go. Sixers get the inbound. Marcus Morris Sr. goes up with a far corner triple, and he can't hit it. It's a little short, and Henderson is the one that grabs his miss. So Scoot Henderson able to get another rebound. 3:10 left to go. Brogdon dribbling around the screen, tries to put up a little floater. It's a little short again, and Bamba's the one that crashes the glass. Mo Bamba, he's back in action tonight. He was also out for a little bit of time for the Sixers. Beverly trying to take it right to the cup with the right hand, puts it up and puts it in, and one. So the Sixers tie it. Scoot Henderson gets called for the personal foul, and Beverly's going to go to the line for one more. This is just what you love to see out of your veteran player. Just a little Euro step as he goes down the lane, and he puts it up with the right hand with the contact, finishes, and gets the and one call as well. Does such a great job as he nails the free throw and gives the Sixers the lead once again. 19-18 is the score. And Beverly, who's averaging about 5.5 points per game, is able to come up with another rebound off the miss by Scoot Henderson. It was a driving layup. Beverly trying to take it right down the lane again towards the right side. Alley-oop pass and a throwdown jam by Mo Bamba. Bamba hung onto the rim for about 2 seconds and just slammed it right home. 21-18 to 28 left in the first quarter. That was absolutely ridiculous. Brogdon at the Moda center side, tries to work around the screen. He's at the foul line, dribbles with the left hand. He's at the baseline now, kicks it out to a three-point shot that's up, and it hits off the back of the glass. Didn't even hit the rim, and a long rebound goes out to Marcus Morris Sr. That was Toumani Camara that missed the 22-foot shot there. Harris gets it on the low block. He's being double-teamed. He has to kick it out. He finds Beverly. Beverly was at the top of the key, and how about the find to Morris Sr. inside, wide open down the lane, and he throws it down again for two. Back-to-back dimes by Patrick Beverly. And both of those shots resulted in dunks. A 7-0 run over the last minute and a half for the Sixers so far. Toumani Camara tries to take it right down the lane, puts it up with the right hand, and we have a whistle called against Philadelphia with 99 seconds remaining in the first quarter as we're locked in. So after that timeout, I have to give credit to DJ Eastwood, who was of course, a content creator for Run It Back Philly, but he actually mentioned in his last postgame show, he said that he would love to see a stat after when the Sixers call a timeout, what types of runs that they've been able to go on. And that right there is a perfect example because after the timeout that they just called, they just went on the 7-0 run. And I'd be curious to see if they keep stats of those types of things too. Bamba does get called for a shooting foul, and Jabari Walker, who just came into the ball game, oh, he'll be over towards the left side of the lane, and Scoot Henderson will go to the charity stripe. Both teams in the bonus, and Henderson knocks down the first free throw. We were just talking about Scoot Henderson. There's Chauncey Billups, who has to be very proud of how his rookie's been doing so far. Billups, of course, the head coach for the Portland Trailblazers, took over for Terry Stotts, who was, of course, the Trailblazers head coach and was able to lead them to a lot of playoff appearances over the last 7 years. 23-19, and now 23-20 is the score, and the Trailblazers cut the deficit to 3. House Jr. is on the far wing, and he'll hand it off to Beverly. Beverly has spent a lot of time playing against the Portland Trailblazers throughout his career for 13 years. Beverly takes it right to the lane, puts it up with the right hand, got it, and one again. Scoot Henderson, that's the second time that he has been able to foul Patrick Beverly, who's been making the offense happen for Philadelphia. So it's 25-20, and Beverly's saying, I got it. And I'm the man tonight with no Tyrese Maxey or Joel Embiid in the building. Haven't seen a lot of aggressiveness so far from Tobias Harris, but still good effort by the Sixers so far. Again, both teams are in the bonus. Henderson now with 3 personal fouls. He has to be careful, and that's why Chauncey Billups will take him out right now. Sixers lead it by 6 as Beverly converts on the end one. And there's 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Brogdon will hand it off to Walker. Walker tries to find Brogdon again. Brogdon's now into the lane. Jabari Walker. He'll just take it out. He'll try to go up with a little runner inside, and he can't get that one to go. Matisse Thybulle, the former 76er, also coming off the bench for Portland. Oh, he tried to get the little runner to go. Could not do so. It was a little short. Beverly trying to take it with the left hand. Goes up with a baby hook, puts it up, and he gets called for a travel. So that shot won't count, and the Sixers will turn it over. Both teams have 6 timeouts remaining. 48.3 seconds left. And the Trailblazers will get the inbound again. Sixers are hoping that they can get a nice defensive stop here and maybe try to go for a 2-for-1 play. 39 seconds to go, 14 on the shot clock, and Portland has the ball again. The Trailblazers going from right to left, and the Sixers going from left to right. Brogdon over on the far wing tries the dribble pass. Marcus Morris Sr.'s defender as he takes it right to the lane. He finds Thybulle for 3, and Thybulle can't hit the wide-open J from the near wing. Harris is the one that corrals the board. And 20 seconds to go. 1 second separating the shot clock from the game clock, and the Sixers will just hold for 1. So Tobias Harris has it right at the Sixers logo. Marcus Morris Sr. sets a screen. He thought about going over towards that left side, but now we'll just try to take it right down towards the lane. Step back jumper, puts it up. He got the friendly roll, was a little short, and it bounced twice. 3.2 seconds to go. The clock comes now. Brogdon finds Thybulle for 3, puts it up, and that's way off the mark. It wouldn't have counted anyways. It's 28-20 Philadelphia as they end the quarter with a big run, and we go into quarter number 2. Sixers lead it 28-20 in Portland, Oregon. All right, let me find something. So let's go to the Gamecast here. This is what I like to do. Actually, we'll keep the play-by-play here, and then right over here, we have to put the Gamecast on. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the bells, man. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. What's up, DFJ? What's up, Katie? What's going on, everybody? If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live, all right? It's 28-20. Philadelphia leads it by 8 points as they go into the second quarter. I was looking at some of the final scores. The LA Clippers, they actually lost today to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 118-108. That was a really wild game, and the Celtics were able to just hang on and win by 6 against New Orleans. The Brooklyn Nets put up 147 points against the Utah Jazz, and were just able to score on so many different levels. They had a lot of hot hands in that game. And, well, one of them was Mikal Bridges, who had 33 points and was 12 for 24 from the field. He made all 3 of his foul shots, and he led the Brooklyn Nets to their 19th win of the season. They're 19-27, and now have a 500 record at home as they stand at 12-12. All right, let's put this back up. If you guys have any sort of feedback on what we could be doing a little bit better at when it comes to our play-by-plays, please let me know. Always looking to get better, and I'm always looking for improvement and feedback, and would love to hear from you guys because you guys are the audience, and that's how we grow, man. It's all part of the learning experience. The Ottawa Senators just won 4-3. That game actually was in overtime, and they beat the Nashville Predators. That was the only NHL game that was on tonight. Sixers will start off the second quarter, leading at 28-20. Coming into tonight, according to PointsBet, the spread was for the Sixers to win by 8, and the money line was at 350, minus 350 for Philadelphia. But they lead it by 8 so far, and we start off quarter number 2. Again, the Trailblazers going from right to left. They're in their red and white uniforms with the black stripes going down the sides, on both sides, and we have a whistle called against Philadelphia. It'll be on Mo Bamba. Sixers, on the other hand, they're in their blue and white uniforms with the blue stars going down the sides of the jersey. And here comes Portland as they will inbound it from their own territory on the near sideline. Grant will get the inbound. He puts up a fadeaway jumper from the foul line and hits the big shot there. So that makes it 28-22. Harris, Beverly, KJ Martin, House, and Bamba all out there for Philadelphia now. No Tobias, no D'Anthony Melton, no Tyrese Maxey, and no Embiid. Here's Harris for three, and he can't make that three. It was a little short. It was from the far wing, and Portland has the ball again. We're 50 seconds underway. The Trailblazers have Walker, Grant, Ayton, Simons, and Thibault all out there. Grant dishes it out, finds Simons on the near wing. And 5 seconds left. He'll swing it out to Grant again from wing to wing. Grant tries to elbow his way inside. Tries to dish it out to Brogdon. 1 second left, and it's stolen away by Mo Bamba. Sixers playing some very good defense. And Bamba's able to come up with the steal. Harris inside as he gets the feed from Pat Bev. Puts it up, and oh man, he couldn't finish it. He had a wide open space to do so. You can't miss those types of shots if you're Tobias Harris. Simons got the board. And here's a swing pass all the way out to DeAndre Jordan, who was trapped over at the foul line extended. Good job by the Sixers, but they'll dish it out to Walker, and Walker's able to put it up. It's blocked by Bamba, and it goes out of bounds as he swats it away like it was a fly and gets high fives from his teammates. It went over towards the Portland bench. Still 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and Walker not able to put it up and in. He actually ran into a wall. And Bamba, a 7-foot big man, was able to stop him. The inbound comes to Jeremy Grant, a fadeaway jumper with the shot clock expiring. Oh, my goodness. Contested two by KJ Martin. Great defense, but even better offense off the 1-foot fadeaway by Jeremy Grant. Sixers are 0 for 2 from the field in this quarter so far. Just under 2 minutes. Beverly dribbles it in towards the paint. And he'll try to hand it off to Bamba. Bamba with another dribble hand off to Beverly as he'll take it right down the lane, puts it up, and dunks it with the right hand. He has a little stare down, too, with the Portland bench. And the Sixers lead it by 6, and that's a timeout called by Portland. What a statement that was. Terquavion Smith and Ricky Council IV are absolutely just going off and crazy. I apologize. No timeout was called. It looked like that both teams were headed towards their benches. But here's Grant as he puts it up with a 3 and 1. Oh, man, that was from the far corner as he just got the fadeaway 3 to go on the other side. And he'll go to the line for one more. So my apologies about that. It looked like both teams were going towards their benches. And unfortunately, that was not the case. But we have a 4-point play on the other side. It's 30-27. Portland down by 3, and the Sixers will have to try to hang on to this lead here. So Grant's able to make the 4-point play and give Jeremy Grant 13 points, 1 rebound, and that's all that he has so far. He's 5 for 7 from the field and just 1 for 1 from 3. Sixers will get it on the other side. We have another ball that comes loose. It was off of Kelly Oubre Jr., but Matisse Thybulle does get called for the foul. So Thybulle, of course, a former 76er. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was one practice when he was actually drafted, and it was after he was drafted. It was actually the first start of the regular season. Right before that, he actually had 6 steals in that practice, and people looked at him as a big defensive menace. Harris tries to put up a shot on the other side for Philadelphia. Can't get it. Jeremy Grant gets it from wing to wing. Another 3 goes up, and it's a little off the mark. Grant shooting about 40% from the 3-point line. And Harris tries to cut in for the long rebound. It goes out of bounds towards the Portland bench, and it'll be Sixers ball. They're going to say Jeremy Grant touched it last. There's Nick Nurse trying to signal his offense and try to put some spots on where they have to be. Martin gets the little handoff by Kelly Oubre Jr., goes up with a soft touch, and Oubre is able to tip it up and in. DeAndre Ayton wanted basket interference called. That's not the case, though. Sixers lead it again by 4 as they try to get a little bit of breathing room here. That's just their 4th second chance point of the day. They have had 3 offensive rebounds. DeAndre Ayton, I should say, tries to go up with a shot. Slipped up with DeAndre Ayton and DeAndre Jordan. Sixers get it on the other side. Here's KJ Martin trying to lay it up and in, and it was a little too strong, but it got the friendly roll. It's 34-28 Philadelphia. They lead it by 6 with 8:32 remaining. And now a timeout called by Chauncey Billups, as he'll try to go back to the drawing board. Let's see again if that was basket interference. Maybe it was, but Kelly Oubre Jr. nonetheless gets the 2. And Martin is able to get a layup after playing solid defense on the other side. 34-28 in Portland with 8:32 left to go in the opening half. If you just subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys comment who you are down below. Am I doing a post-game show after this? Are you kidding me? No. No. But that's a good question, though, because I know other people are, but I'm not doing it tonight, man. Ugh. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got to be ready for tomorrow night's game. I have to make sure I get my notes ready for that. So much to do, man. A lot to do. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the bells, man. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. We got 17 people on here watching. Please make sure that you guys tell your friends about this channel. If you want to support the channel, too, by any means, you can either A, hit the super chat button down below. Any donation is for sure a plus. We're on here almost every single day, and we try to give you Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball content, and Eagles football as well. We've been doing some less content with the Philadelphia Phillies because A, they've had a quiet off season, and B, obviously we're going to be doing the 162, so we're going to be talking about them almost every day. But anyhow, no, they just haven't really been making a lot of big moves. But if you guys enjoy the Sixers basketball calls that I do, we try to give you legitimate play-by-play from a radio broadcasting standpoint. That's the whole goal. And, I went to school for broadcasting, and this is what I love doing. So I started this channel when I just graduated from school, and it's been a lot of fun. We've made 1,665 subscribers over just a little bit over a year. So it's been great, and we've been grinding, and the grind does not stop. 35 more subs till we get to 1,700. Oh, man, we got to get 35 more. We got to do it, guys. Tell your friends. Please, please, please tell your friends. 34-28 is the score with 8 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the Sixers have Nick Batum out there, Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre Jr., KJ Martin, I should say. Kenyon Martin, his son, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Mo Bamba. But Paul Reed will sub back in for Mo Bamba, and we have Dwop Reith, who is out there for DeAndre Ayton as their backup center. Portland has the ball as they go from right to left. Grant for 3 on the far corner, and Anfernee Simons is the one that gets the hockey assist. Good play, again, initiated on the offensive side, and that's what Chauncey Billups' team does. They answer out of timeouts, too. Batum tries to feed it inside to Oubre, and he gets knocked really hard by Dwop Reith. And Kelly Oubre Jr. just got a little piece of that shoulder. He was actually flying in the air and just nailed elbows with him, but was able to also make some contact on that little shoulder as well. That is, that's tough. You have a big body coming at you like that, so it's just a personal foul called on Dwop. 8:05 remaining in the second quarter, and Harris is the one that gets the inbound. Harris has been very quiet so far, just 2 points and 3 rebounds for him. Kelly slicing and dicing in the lane, puts it up and in with the left hand on the right side of the baseline. Sixers lead it by 5. Simons kicks it out, and he'll try to hand it off this time to Matisse Thybulle. Thybulle, man, sometimes like when you think about him in a Sixers uniform, it's just so hard to recognize him not in the blue. We have a little feed inside again to Simons, and Anfernee Simons is able to get the 2. That's actually his first 2 points of the game. He was absolutely quiet in the first quarter. And again, this is the guy that leads the Portland Trail Blazers in scoring. Kelly lets it fly in the face of Simons. Too short, and it goes out of bounds as it'll bounce towards the near sideline. And Thybulle will be the inbounder. Kelly Oubre Jr. tonight, 8 points, 2 boards, 4 for 7 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, and has made Some big buckets. Here's Thibault on the catch and shoot. The three on the perimeter, no, as it's deflected off of Oubre Jr., and it goes right towards the half-court mark, and it's rebounded again by Portland. Grant trying to part the Red Sea as he fizzles his way in towards the lane, and he gets the little layup to go with some ballet moves. Sixers only up by 1 as we ride the seesaw. Harris being double-teamed and trapped over on the far wing. He gets it back from Batum. Harris puts it up with a 2-point shot. Then we have a whistle called on the floor. It'll be on Portland. And for their sake, maybe that was a good thing because it looked like that shot by Harris was going to go in. Patrick Beverley will sub back for Philadelphia. Again, they are up by 1. KJ Martin will take a quick seat. I know that he's not playing tonight. And Malcolm Brogdon will also come back in, too, for Portland for Matisse Thybulle. But Tyrese Maxey has not missed a free throw against the Trailblazers in quite some time. He's made 22 free throws in a row. Kelly Oubre Jr. tries to get it up inside, tries to find Harris, and Harris is fouled for 2, and he will make his way over towards the line. So Maxey has made his last 22 free throws against the Trailblazers, and the last time that he missed a free throw was on November 1st of 2021. And again, I know that they don't play against Portland like almost every single game or a lot of times during the year, but still, that's pretty impressive. Harris will go to the charity stripe, and he puts that one up and swishes it to make it a 2-point lead again for Philadelphia. Harris actually one of the leaders, one of the top dogs in free throw shooting. Points-wise, he's averaging about 17.5 points per game, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds. And the second foul shot does get the friendly roll. And it's now 38-35. 6.5 minutes left to play. Blazers could tie it with a 3 or cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Brogdon back out there, finds Simons with a 3-pointer, and it's airballed, and it goes out of bounds. Anfernee Simons thought he had it, and he wanted to hit it from Dame range, and just not able to do so. Marcus Morris Sr. will come on in for Tobias Harris, and will be his replacement. So Harris from the line this season, actually during the month of January, shooting 90% from the line, which is really impressive for him specifically. But just throughout the season, he's shooting 90% as well. So that's pretty much been his average. Kelly gets it on the near wing, and the Sixers will try to get it inside. Kelly puts it up, and it rims around the Rosie and goes in. He was underneath the basket and just got the reverse layup to go. Thought maybe he stepped out of bounds, but he did not do so. 10 points for Kelly, 2 boards. He had a very good game in his last outing. Here's Walker, Jabari Walker, that is trying to go up with a shot, and it's denied by Reed, but the follow-through is good. That time by Dwap Reith. And Dwap is able to make it a 3-point game again as he cuts the deficit back down. Reed inside as he tries to get the feed, and 1. Paul Reed coming to life as soon as he comes back into the game, and Jeremy Grant once again guilty for the reach. And that was during the act of shooting, too. So Reed actually lost his dribble, was deflected by Jeremy Grant as he was spinning and rolling towards the basket. Grant then just tried to pick his pocket, steal his lunch money, but Reed got it back and leaned into the contact. And he will go to the line for a free throw. He puts it up, and it misses, but we have a free throw lane violation. That's called against Jeremy Grant again. So he's had some big whistles here. Reed goes up with this foul shot this time, and it's like the first one didn't happen. It was way too strong. And Portland is able to grab the miss. Simons over at the logo. 5:20 left remaining here in the second quarter. Brogdon gets it at the Moda Center sign, dribbles in towards the lane, puts it up, and fakes his defender, Kelly Oubre Jr., and he got it with the left hand. Malcom Brogdon being an absolute menace for Portland, who's been very active in the shooting game. Kelly on a drive to the basket. No, Reed follows through as he tips it up and in with the left hand as he just set it up for himself. And back to a 5-point lead we go. 10 second chance points for Portland and just 6 for the Sixers. Brogdon draws the contact and 1 from Paul Reed as he was just in the lane. and actually took it over towards the left side of the baseline, but it was really towards the black marker, if you will, which is the edge of the lane. And he was really short and just leaned in with that right elbow and got the little, I don't know if you call that a layup or a jumper. It was something in between both of those things. I'll try to make it a 2-point game at the line, and he does. Guy that's been another really good foul shooter for this Portland team. He was traded actually for, he was in the trade for Drew Holiday that would actually send Holiday over to Boston, and Brogdon was from Milwaukee, and he was from Boston, and he went over to Portland. So Kelly gets the 2 to fall. That was in the Damian Lillard trade. So Lillard was able to make his way over to Milwaukee. Grant tries to go up with a reverse jumper. He puts it up, and Marcus Morris Sr. can't hang on to the rebound. He was wide open. Butterfingers again as it slips out of his hands, and Portland retains life. That's like the third time tonight where a Sixers rebounder was wide open and the ball just slipped. I don't know if it's because there's a lot of sweat or what it is, but they're just not able to hang on to their shots. Reed gets called for another foul as we had it was Jabari Walker that was trying to muster his way into the lane and bulldoze Paul Reed, and he did so. He didn't make the 2, but it will go to the line to earn 2 points there. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the bells. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. First free throw is way too strong by Jabari Walker. Could not get that shot to go. 0 for 1 from the line. He'll take about 2 dribbles or so, and this time he is able to knock down that free throw, and he goes 1 for 2 from the line. 46-43. Again, Al Abdelnaby just got honored tonight, as he was a guy who was the Sixers color commentator on NBC Sports Philadelphia. He played for the Portland Trail Blazers for a couple of seasons from 90 to 92. Marcus Morris Sr. tries to put up an elbow jumper, and Nick Batum is able to steal the rebound from Anfernee Simons. He'll try to get the hockey assist, and he does. So it was from Batum on the far corner all the way to Beverly, and Beverly gets another assist as the three-pointer was hit from the near wing. 5 offensive boards for the Sixers. That was the first one by Batum himself, and that's just what he does. Ayton spinning, rolling, going up with a 2. Too much mustard again. Grant not once but twice is able to get the follow-through and throw it down the hatch. And now it's back to a 4-point lead for the Sixers. Batum gets it at the top of the key, and he dishes it out to Morris Sr. Morris Sr. finds Beverly again at the top of the key. He's on the far wing trying to dribble past a couple of defenders, including Anfernee Simons here. What's he going to do? He'll take it over towards the left side. He stops on the dime, puts it up with the baby hook, and he got it. It just rolled around the rim and just landed into the ring of fire. 51 points for the Sixers, and Beverly having another great game so far. Morris Sr. strips it out of the hands of Grant, who was underneath the basket, and here comes Patrick Beverly on the other side. Beverly to Reed for a 2-pointer at the foul line, just a little bit short again. That is almost automatic for him to hit those types of shots. Oh, man, that was tough. Simons getting his defender to buy on a pump fake, and he goes into the lane, and that's what happens when you have a guy that is super quick and super athletic. He'll just buzz on by you and get past how many defenders he can. And he laid it up and in with the left hand, and we have a timeout called by the Sixers as they get it towards the other side of the court, and Nick Nurse wants to talk things over with 2.5 minutes exactly remaining in the opening half in Portland. Okay. 5 more subs, so we get to 1,670. Who's alive, man? Who's alive? Everybody's quiet tonight. Oh, y'all are quiet. Who else is alive, man? 17 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the bells. Let's get to 30 likes, people. 30 likes. We're only at 15. We got to hit that like button, guys. And we got to make sure that we spread the word, because the algorithm has been not rewarding us. And I want us to be able to grow in so many different ways, because we deserve it, guys. You guys deserve it. We deserve it. And it's what you got to do. But it's all part about the grind as well. It's all part of the grind. Why is this in full screen mode? If you guys do enjoy my play-by-plays, make sure you like and subscribe. Come on over to YouTube if you have not done so already. And that's what we do. We do play-by-play. We're live for almost every single Sixers basketball game, Eagles football game, and Phillies baseball. If you guys love baseball, you're going to be really in for a treat this season. We did 127 of the 162 last year, and hopefully we'll do as many, if not more, this year, plus the playoff games as well. That would be really cool. We love doing baseball on here. And that's honestly where our biggest audience comes from because, we really grind and it's tough to do baseball for a full season. The Celtics were able to win today 118-112. Talked about it a little bit ago. Boston tonight able to take on the New Orleans Pelicans at the TD Garden. Tatum at 28 and was 10 for 18 from the field and 6 for 7 from the line. So he just continues to have a very good season. Doc Rivers also coaching in his first game tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. And they're taking on the Denver Nuggets. That's in Denver, Colorado. The Nuggets lead it by 1. It's in the fourth quarter with 7.5 minutes left remaining in the fourth. Denver's up 91-90. Jokic with 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists as well. And Giannis, who just got taken out of the game, just got subbed out. Giannis has 22 points and 11 rebounds. He's 10 for 16 from the field. Middleton with 14 points, too, and Damian Lillard with just 14. Here's Patrick Beverley on the drive, again to the basket, goes up with another little baby hook, and he's fouled. It was a long shot, if you will, from about the elbow. And with 2:20 remaining in the first half, he will make his way over towards the charity stripe. So Tyrese Maxey's still out tonight for the Sixers. Hopefully he'll return either tomorrow or later on in the week. We haven't really gotten any sort of updates, but he was dealing with an ankle injury that kept him out of the Denver game. And Joel Embiid, of course, dealing with some knee issues. He participated in warm-ups before the Denver game, and then the medical staff was like, "You're not going, big fella." And he's not back tonight either. Beverly hits the first foul shot. It was a little short. This time he takes 2 dribbles, and the second foul shot, he nails it. So Melton's out, Maxey's out, Embiid's out, and Covington and Springer are also out too. Harris is back, though, for Philadelphia. He's had a very quiet night. Still on the bench, though. Beverly, Batum, Reed, Oubre, and Morris Sr. all out there for Philadelphia. We had a nice lob pass inside, and the feed goes to DeAndre Ayton. But give a lot of credit to Malcom Brogdon, who got the dish. 53-49. Oubre spinning, fading, going up with a 2-2 strong over towards the near corner. That was actually the far corner. And another board goes to Portland. Brogdon trying to take on Kelly as he swings it out to Walker. Walker almost lost it. It was almost a wide pass. Walker finds Grant over on the near wing. Grant cuts inside towards the basket, finds Brogdon for 3. Got it from the far corner. That's what he does. He was moving so well off the ball and just made it look so easy. You thought he was in the lane, and then he just, as soon as you take your eyes off of him, he's wide open. Marcus Morris Sr. trying to find Beverly. Beverly almost hit the 3. Beverly back to Morris Sr. again for 3 after the Sixers got an offensive rebound. Paul Reed grabs his miss. Reed finds Kelly for 3 again, and the Sixers had the looks. They just cannot shoot the basketball from beyond the arc as they should be from tonight. DeAndre trying to take advantage of the Sixers' mismatch on the other side, then he slams it home. And Portland retakes the lead. They haven't done so since the early stages of this quarter. 54-53, 48 seconds left remaining in the first half. Beverly on a drive. He'll kick it out to Batum for 3, wide open. No, it was actually contested just a little bit, but he had the quick trigger, and every time you see him put it up, you think it's probably going to go in. Again, Walker gets the ball stripped, but it's going to be a personal foul called on Kelly Oubre Jr. himself. 32.9 seconds remaining. But how about Malcom Brogdon? He was just in the lane. This was the last possession that they had, the last offensive possession for Portland. He was facilitating the rock, and then he finds Jeremy Grant. Grant's on the near wing, if you will, at the three-point line. and the Sixers gave him a lot of attention, and then just was able to find Brogdon again wide open for a three on the far corner, and he hit the tray. 32.9 seconds to go, and now it's a 55-53 game. Jeremy Grant is able to make the first free throw. He now has 19 points tonight, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the second foul shot is good too. Jeremy Grant, a guy that shot about 67% throughout pretty much his first 5 years. Well, over his last 4 years, he's been shooting about 88%. He's been doing really, really well from the foul line. Kelly tries to put up a shot with 23.8 seconds to go, and he's fouled on the other side. He's actually trying to drive it right towards the lane, and we had a whistle called against the Trailblazers. I think that was on Jabari Walker, and it was. It's actually Kamara that got the foul called on him. Kamara got the whistle, and Kelly will head back over towards the line. Clappers are being heard loud and clear at the Moda Center in Portland. Kelly puts it up and drains it. Reed will come back in for Nick Batum, and Anfernee Simons will be the substitution for Toumani Camara. The shot clock's unplugged. This is to cut the deficit to 1, and Kelly drains both free throws. 56-55, 23.8 seconds remaining. Sixers have the defense in the backcourt. Anfernee Simons is the one that gets the inbound. He'll make his way past midcourt. Standing over at the logo, 15 seconds left to go, having a staring contest with Nick Batum. Offense not moving just yet. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock's unplugged. DeAndre Ayton sets up a screen as Anfernee goes over towards the right side and dribbles into traffic and gets the layup to go with the right hand. 3-point lead now for Portland. Beverly dribbling quick on the other side, puts up a prayer, puts it up for 3, can't get it. And that's going to do it as we go into halftime. The Sixers, well, they ended the first quarter on a very nice run and got back into the game and were able to just take the lead. But unfortunately, towards the end of this quarter, they just lost that momentum. And we go into halftime with the Sixers trailing to the Trailblazers 58-55 in Portland, Oregon. So the Trailblazers are 7-13 at home. They're 13-33. When you look at their overall record, they've been really struggling. When you actually take a look at the standings, if you look at and see where they are in the overall standings, they are about 10 games behind the Utah Jazz in that play-in tournament. The Jazz currently have the 10th seed. They're actually 24-24. They're tied with the Lakers, and they've been struggling. The Golden State Warriors, I'd say they're about 7.5 games above the Portland Trailblazers. The Warriors are 19-24. So they are 3.5 games, or 2.5 now, behind Utah for that 10th spot in the play-in tournament. So that's where they are, and that's where the Sixers will be tomorrow. They'll be in Golden State taking on the Warriors, and we'll get to more of that hopefully later tonight towards the end of the game and talk about that matchup. But in this game so far, Sixers down 58-55. They were up for quite some time, but they trail by 3. Big takeaways from this game so far? Well, of course, there's no Joel Embiid and there's no Tyrese Maxey, but the overall shooting has just been very stagnant and very stale. The Sixers have been getting the looks. There was actually one play during that second quarter where they had about 4 offensive rebounds, and they were able to get wide-open looks from 3 from Batum, Kelly Oubre Jr., and I think it was Furkan Korkmaz at the time, but they just could not drain any of those shots. And it's a make-or-miss league, and if you're not able to hit your threes, well, you're going to struggle, and it's going to be a really tough night, and you're going to have a hard time just controlling your offense because you got to continue to just make your shots. Sixers are on a 2-game losing streak. They're 6-4 over their last 10 games, and they're now currently 3rd in the Eastern Conference standings behind Milwaukee and Boston, of course. Boston has the best record in the East, but they're looking to get their 30th win and try to go 30-15. Earlier in the season, they beat the Trailblazers 126-98. It was on October 29th. And Shadon Sharp, who was not in for Portland, he's missing some time with an injury. It seems like it's a really serious one. He's out for a little bit, and he was ruled 2 weeks ago. They said that it was a lower abdominal strain, and it was a thigh problem. That's what was reported as the injury as well. So he got tested, and he's missing some time because of that. Oh, boy. What's going on, guys? I wanted to see. Nice. Very nice, man. Very, very nice. That makes me very, very happy to hear, man. I'm happy that you're on, and that just made my day. I'm really, really happy to hear that. It's a scary thing, man. It's a very scary thing, but I'm so happy to hear that you are cancer-free. Guys, we're a family on here, so if you guys really do enjoy this show, make sure you guys like and subscribe, because it's moments like this where you feel so proud. That's something that you create. Pretty cool stuff. 40 to 60 hours. That's a lot. Let's take a look at the NBA scoreboard. So the Dallas Mavericks, they lead it 129 to 128 with 6.4 seconds to go. Oh my gosh, what a game that's been. So the Magic have to play defense, but they're probably going to have to foul, and they do. Wow, what a game that is. We'll have to keep our eyes and see how the final score of that game ends up. But Pablo Banchero has 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists in that game. Tim Hardaway Jr., what a game he's having. 36 points for him. I think that's a career high. 36 points. And he also has been having a lot of rebounds. He has 8 of them to be exact. 1 assist. He's 5 for 9 from 3. And Luka Doncic, of course, with another 44-point performance. He needs 1 more rebound to get another triple-double in that game. All right, and of course the Sixers trail by 3 in halftime. The New York Knicks, they won today by a final score of 113-92. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they were able to take care of business against the Clippers. 118-108 was the final score in that match. The Celtics also put up 118 points and were able to stay alive and win by a score of 118-112. The final score in Brooklyn was 147-114 as the Nets hosted the Jazz and were able to take on Jordan Clarkson and Lauri Markkanen. The Miami Heat were not able to defend home today as they lost by 13 points to the Phoenix Suns. It was a 118-105 score. Sacramento was able to win in single digits as they won 103-94 in Memphis against the Grizzlies. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they took on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Anthony Edwards went toe-to-toe with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander had 37 points, and Edwards had 27 points, but the Oklahoma City Thunder, they would not win the game. They actually lost by 6 points in that match. And then the Washington Wizards, they won in San Antonio despite of Vassell's performance, who had 24 points, and he was 9 for 19 from the field. But Kyle Kuzma led the charge, 18 for him, and the Washington Wizards won by a final score of 118-113. And again, the Sixers, they are down by 3. It's 58-55 in halftime. The Milwaukee Bucks, they are up 102-97. That is against they're down 102-97 in Denver with 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in that ball game. And those are all your final scores and all your scores in the NBA. Only one hockey game that went on today, and it was Ottawa Senators Nashville Predators game as the Senators won 4-3 in overtime. The Nashville Predators actually had a 3-0 lead at the end of the first period, and then Ottawa was able to come back and get 3 goals in the second, including one by former Philadelphia Flyer Claude Giroux. Was able to get himself another goal. He's been having another really good season. He actually scored the overtime goal and was able to get the game winner. That was in overtime, and the Senators, they were able to win their 19th game of the season. They're now 19-25-2, and the Predators are 26-22-2 in their season so far. All right. I want us, if you guys are here, I want us to go on over to Philly Halftime's channel. We're going to go say hi to him. I want us to go raid our brother and show him some love. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to find his YouTube channel, and we're going to drop the link in the description, and I want you guys to go over and say hi because he's our friend, and I want to support his channel. What's up, Jacqueline? Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, that's absolutely huge, man. Congratulations, my guy. Seriously, that is really great news. What's up, Mr. Meerkat? How you doing, man? He says hashtag fire Billups. Oh, man. All right. You can't keep spamming the chat, my guy. If you keep spamming the chat, that's what I got to do, man. Oh, wait. I'm in Philly Halftime's chat. Mr. Meerkat is also, he was also in his chat, though, too. When I found out initially, words were not even able to describe how thrilled I was, but now it has kind of sank in. Dude, that's that's awesome. I'm sorry, Mr. Meerkat. I'm sorry about that, my guy. Let's go on over to our boy Philly Halftime's channel. Let's show our man some love and support. So this is what we'll do. And we'll go on over and we'll raid his channel, leave him a couple of likes. Hopefully leave him all the likes in the world that he deserves. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We need 5 more to get to 1670 and 35 to get to 1700. Oh my gosh, I want to reach the milestone so badly, guys. I really do. If you have friends, if you have family members that are just like, yo, like, can you help a brother out? Please make sure that you guys, tell them about this channel because, we really try our best to do every single game that we can, and we try to give you guys all the content in the world, So, what's up, Philly Halftime? Jacqueline's there. Uh-oh. Why is this, this is auto-rendering. Why is that? Yo, yo, yo. And if you just subscribe to my channel, make sure you let me know who did that down below. What's going on here? Is it just his channel or is it other people's too? This is a little bizarre. This is really, really weird. Let's try it again. I want to unmute this. I want to go to his channel. There it is. There he is. What's good, Halftime? We love you, buddy. New subscriber says FS Pod. There you go. That's how we do it, guys. I hit that sub, says Mr. Meerkat. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It means a lot, dude. I saw that you were just on. Our boy Halftime's channel. That's so cool. It's nice. Let's check in on RB and see how he's doing. Oh, wait, now we don't have time. We're going to start the second half. And again, the Sixers down by 3, 58-55. Oh, they're taking a quick timeout here. So RB just has 173 people on. That's wild. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. Make sure you guys donate and do all that stuff, man. Get back to the channel. I'm still with you, RB, says Dave. Just wanted to stop in and say hi, my guy. Just wanted to stop in. show some love to my boy. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. Let's see. Does he know? Does he recognize us? Is he there?
I'll give up.
No. I don't think he noticed it. Well, you can pull it up on our phone. Let's see if he did. I don't want to pull it up on my thing. I don't know if I want to do that.
Let's go. Asher will remember for 31 months. Fire take.
Nah. Nope. He didn't recognize us yet. It's alright. He does have a lot of people on there. Close to 3 years. Bro, his membership for close to 3 years. We got to start our memberships. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Crazy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live, man. That way you will know when I go live. JB. Yeah. There he is. There we go. All right, you shouted this out. All right, cool. Great. All right, I heard it. Shouted this out, but, just wanted to show our brother some love, especially on nights like these where it's just so slow. And who's going to stay up to watch a game without Joel Embiid in Portland and without Tyrese Maxey? Not a lot of people do that. It shows a lot of dedication, man. It really, really does. All right, so the Trailblazers will be going from left to right. Brogdon throws down an alley-oop pass, and there's a jam by DeAndre Ayton. So Malcom Brogdon just continues to kill the Sixers. Man, oh man, he's having himself a very, very good game. He's been unstoppable on both ends. Reed gets the little jumper to fall from the foul line and hits it off the assist by Nick Batum. Batum was on the near wing at the three-point line and just was able to make an easy pass to B-Ball Paul. 60-57, Sixers down by 3. Grant puts up a little lob pass inside to Ayton as he knew that Kelly Oubre Jr. was on him, and that's a big mismatch there. But DeAndre does get fouled. And Brogdon, just going back to the replay of just the flashy pass that he had, it was an alley-oop pass to DeAndre Ayton, and that's a part of the package when it comes to Malcom Brogdon, and that's why, another reason why that the Sixers fans are very adamant about getting him as a primary ball handler and maybe a combo guard type of a guy. Grant gets the inbound. He'll try to fade away with a jumper, and he gets fouled by Paul Reed again. I believe that's now the third foul. I got to double check that on Paul Reed. But Jeremy Grant, who has 20 points in this game, he'll go to the line. Reed does get called for the shooting foul. That is his third personal foul. And he's able to get his 20th point at the line. Brogdon with 14 points, 4 rebounds. He's 6 for 9 shooting-wise and 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Grant was not able to get the second foul shot to go, and Oubre crashes the board. We're a minute underway in the third quarter. Sixers at the Moda Center sign. They're taking it from right to left. They were going from left to right to start things off, but they're on the other side, and they exchange baskets now. Harris gets the feed from Paul Reed, and he goes up with a left-handed hook shot and got it. He gets it to fall. Sixers down by 2. Toby with just 6 points. He's just 2 for 8 from the field and 0 for 3 from downtown. Simons with a trifecta. Got it from the top of the key. And Anfernee Simons finally hitting one from long range. Back to a 5-point lead we go to Portland. Oubre inside, right-handed hooker, got it. It was a little bit of a floater. It was in between of a hook shot and a floater, but regardless, the Sixers cut it back to a 3-point lead for Portland. Brogdon being guarded by Beverly. Another lob pass inside to DeAndre Ayton, and Ayton slams it home again. Ayton was cutting back door over towards the far side. If he got past the defender and just zigzagged behind him and just was able to recognize that Brogdon was going to lob it to him, and DeAndre Ayton was just set free, and he got that one to go. Harris hits the 2 on the other side for Philadelphia. 9:43 remaining in the third quarter. Brogdon hands it off to Anfernee Simons. He will get a screen. He lets it fly past DeAndre Ayton's screen. No. Jabari Walker with the offensive board at the Portland foul line. They dish it back out to Brogdon. Brogdon dribbling into traffic. Dishes it out to Anfernee Simons. Great ball movement again by the Trailblazers. Brogdon for 3. Puts it up and in from the near corner. A guy that killed the Sixers in the playoffs last year when he played for the Boston Celtics. He is putting on a show tonight, especially here in the third quarter. Give him now 14 points. And that was his second 3 that he made. Beverly at the top of the perimeter. He'll hand it off, or try to go inside, I should say. With the left hand, it was a little bit too strong. 4-on-4 basketball as he collided with his defender. Brogdon has to find DeAndre Ayton. Ayton will try to dish it out. I didn't know why he tried to take it into the lane. He had a big mismatch there. But nonetheless, we continue. Simons over on the far wing at the three-point line. Ayton tries to come up with a screen. Simons continues to back up. Ayton's inside, a bounce pass all the way to Walker. Walker puts it up. He almost got the end one, but he gets the finger roll finish. Jabari Walker able to get the apple from DeAndre Ayton. And Portland so far outscoring Philadelphia 13-8 in this quarter alone. 16 assists for the Trailblazers and just 11 for the Sixers. Beverly inside, outside to Harris. Harris takes 2 jab steps, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He gets the ball loose. It goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Beverly. Beverly was trying to come to the rescue as it was right behind Tobias Harris, and it was deflected. They're going to say that it was last touched by Patrick Beverly. Anfernee Simons was also in the backcourt, and I thought maybe he touched it last, but that was not the case whatsoever. 71-63 is the score, and the Portland Trailblazers are up by 8. Simons hands it off to Brogdon again with a 3, and he airballs it. It actually hit the net. It was nothing but net, but it was airballed. Didn't go into the rim. Nothing like that whatsoever. Oubre on a drive towards the basket. Tries to put it up with the left hand, and a good block by DeAndre Ayton as it lands in the hands of Brogdon. Ayton, his presence in the paint has been absolutely remarkable. Simons for 3 off the contest, and Reed gets the rebound. It goes out of his hands, and Walker's able to steal it from Kelly Oubre Jr., who was fighting for the loose ball, and he's able to turn the trash into something positive, and we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse there. Paul Reed is stumbling on the ground. The trainers are going out there to check up on him and see if he's all right, but he'll be assisted back towards the Sixers bench by Terquavion Smith. Timeout called by Philadelphia. If you just subscribe to my channel, make sure you guys like it. Make sure you let me know who you are down below. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys keep in touch, man. And feel free to hit that subscribe button. Damn, impressive play calling. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do. We don't just say these things, guys. We try to really provide a radio play-by-play style with everything that we do, whether it's for baseball, football, or basketball on here. So that's what we want to do. That's what we want to get better at every day, and that's why Scott Fransky was the one that told us to just get into the lab and just continue to produce. And that's the person that inspired me to start this channel. I met with so many professionals when I was in college, and they all said the same exact thing. It's like this, almost the same. Everybody's story is different, don't get me wrong, but the idea is the same thing. You have to go to a smaller market. You have to be heard by a lot of people, and it's not about the money. It's not about any of that. It's about the opportunities. And I think we get a pretty good opportunity over here just calling games and trying to get better every single day, even though it's on a monitor. Yes, I'm not interviewing players. Yes, I'm not going to shoot-arounds. I'm not going to batting practice, and I'm not going to practices. But it's the best alternative that we got, and we're still getting a lot out of this, for sure. And we're doing it on a fresh digital medium, which is going to continue to expand over the next, I'd say, throughout the next 3 years or so. And want to take advantage of that, you know? So I appreciate the compliment, but we want to just continue to get better and better. That's the grind. What time is it? 11:32 p.m. Eastern Time. RB just tweeted out, quote, "We are seeing exactly how valuable Joel Embiid is not only on the offensive side, but as a defensive anchor in the paint." And he's right. He is absolutely right. Embiid's defense has gone so underrated this season. And I think his defense has been sort of undervalued from just an NBA standpoint, because you look at the plus minus that this team has had on the defensive side of the ball when he's in there. It makes a difference, because now when you have guys that are guarding the perimeter, that's one thing, but a lot of the points tonight specifically have come in towards the paint. So, you know, it's been really wild. What's up, Larry? Larry's still listening. Have you been listening the whole time? What's going on, man? I'm listening while on a 27-hour train ride. Yes, sir. So Beverly gets the inbound. He'll hand it off to Batum for three, who catches, lets it fly, can't hit it, and DeAndre Ayton again with another board, as Ayton's able to crash the glass. DeAndre with just 3 rebounds, 14 points, and is 7 for 10, shooting-wise tonight. 73-63, and we have a whistle called on the floor. And Portland will still be able to inbound it. The personal foul's on Nick Batum. So that was a foul that they had to give. Sixers have committed 3 fouls in this quarter. Portland hasn't committed any. Grant driving it inside, and, well, now that's the 4th personal foul. It was in the act of shooting by Mo Bamba, who was guilty for just reaching in as the shot was going off. So Bamba does get called for a shooting foul. And I think one more will put Portland in the bonus. That's not what you want if you're the Sixers, as Portland's on a big run. It's a 15-8 run, and that first foul shot is good as gold. 74-63, Portland leads it by 11. 6:55 left to go. Sixers playing at the Moda Center without Joel Embiid, without Tyrese Maxey, and without DeAnthony Melton and Robert Covington as well. Jeremy Grant, the former Sixer, is able to hit both free throws and has 22 points tonight. He is shooting very well from the field, 7 for 12, and 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Beverly with a bounce pass to Mo Bamba, who'll hand it back off to Nick Batum for a 3, and that three-pointer was way off the mark, didn't even hit the rim. It was from the near wing, and another board goes to Portland. Malcom Brogdon, who's had a very good third quarter. Beverly trying to get a little feisty against him as he almost picked his pocket. Screen comes. They'll swing it out all the way to Jabari Walker for 3, and nothing can miss for Portland. The dynamite continues to fall, whether it's from beyond the arc, inside the paint, or from outer space. It doesn't matter. 78-63. Portland up by a needle and a haystack, if you will. They're up by a lot. Here's Mo Bamba as he dishes it back out to Tobias Harris over at the top of the key. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Harris finds Bamba again inside the low block. Puts up a shot, but he gets called for a travel. He picked up his pivot foot. And unfortunately, another Sixers turnover will come through. And Nick Nurse just putting his hands up. Putting his hands up and just saying that's inexcusable. That's the 3rd turnover in this 3rd quarter by Philadelphia. Portland has not turned the ball over just yet as they go on a 14-0 run, as Brogdon is able to slice and dice in the lane, and he gets a wide open 2. Sixers trying to respond. Can they put a stop to the run? Harris with a 2. He's fouled as he leaned in to Jeremy Grant's elbow. Grant is complaining towards the ref and wants an explanation. So Toby will go to the line. It's been a very quiet game for Tobias Harris. He was out for a couple of games with an illness, and the Sixers didn't know if he was going to play tonight, or if whether or not he was going to play tonight, but he is in, And he's been ice cold, just 8 points, only 9 shot attempts. And he's 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. The Blazers are going to call a timeout. Don't know if they're going to challenge this or not, because Jeremy Grant did not think it was a foul. I guess at this point, the Blazers probably don't think that they have anything to lose, but it's a 17-point lead for Portland, who's 7-13 at home. They're 20 games under 500, and they're on a 22-8 run in this third quarter. Just been very unstoppable from everywhere. Look at their team stats. Between both of these teams, the Sixers just shooting 15% from 3. They've made 3 out of 23 pointers, 1 by Batum, and not a whole bunch after that. Seriously, they've really been struggling from everywhere. And part of it's because Portland's defense has done a very good job at just guarding the paint and just taking away the three-point shooting and making guys work. And when you don't have that much attention on a guy like Joel Embiid, who has to constantly get double-teamed almost all the time, the spacing becomes different. And then that doesn't even get rid of the fact that you don't have Robert Covington and D'Anthony Melton, guys that can catch and shoot on the wing and play solid perimeter defense. And then Tyrese Maxey, your primary ball handler, is not in there too. So not giving any sort of excuses to the Sixers. I know it sounds like it, but this team is different without all 4 of those guys, and especially without your top stars in Maxey and Embiid. Congratulations, though, to Tyrese Maxey for making it to another all-star team, though, along with Joel Embiid, too. So they definitely deserve a lot of congratulations for that. Joel Embiid has been having a fantastic season. We can't say that enough. He's been absolutely a star in the making and has really shown everybody how dominant he is on both ends when he does play, including the 70-point game that he had in 37 minutes, and that was against the San Antonio Spurs just last week. So he was able to do really well in that game. It looks like that the Trailblazers did challenge this. I think that they were saying that Tobias Harris maybe traveled before the shot went off. But just to brush up on Embiid one more time, he has now made 7 straight All-Star appearances. And last year's MVP, just continuing to show off his dominance. Been really, really incredible. Harris will go to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws as the challenge is unsuccessful, and the first one goes in and out. It was a hard touch off the front of the rim, and then it dazzled its way towards the back and just went out towards the right. We have a substitution. So Harris trying to go 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, and he connects. Sixers trail by 16, and finally they end a big scoring run and a scoring drought, I should say, for the Sixers, but it was a Portland scoring run. It was a 13-0 run. Brogdon tries to lob it inside to Ayton, and that's like the 4th time in this quarter that the Sixers have not been able to stop the alley-oop pass. And Brogdon's able to make it look so easy. Again, that's what happens when Joel was not out there. House trying to kick it out to Beverly. It's sliced and diced by Anfernee Simons, and it goes out towards the near side, out of bounds. It'll still be Sixers basketball with 5:02 remaining in the third quarter. Watching the replay again, Brogdon able to just find DeAndre Ayton in flight mode as he was cutting towards the basket. He was actually, the eyes were being taken off by the Sixers defenders, and he just jumped up into the air and leaped up and was able to throw it down with a lot of authority. 82-64. Kelly gets the inbound. He'll find Daniel House Jr. on the far side of the wing. Here is Mo Bamba, who tries to lay it up and in, and he squeezes through and gets the underhanded, right-handed scoop to go. Good play by Bamba. He's also back in the lineup for the Sixers. He missed a little bit of time, too, about 4 games in a row. Pick-and-roll offense again for Portland. Brogdon with a NOLA pass. He tries to find Ayton and swatted away by Beverly. Goes into bounds, and it'll be Sixers ball. Patrick Beverly came in backdoor and just swatted it away from a 7-footer DeAndre Ayton. Every time he does that, it's just unbelievable to watch. You never know where he's coming, and he just is able to make it look so easy. as he's being rewarded on the offensive side and puts up a runner and gets it to go. And that'll cut the deficit back to 14 points. This is where you got to go on a run if you're Philadelphia. Grant trying to part the Red Sea. No. Andre Ayton gets the ball stripped by Marcus Morris Sr. and stolen away by Kelly Oubre Jr. I don't know how Morris Sr. leaped up there to grab the rebound, but he did. Beverly driving into the lane. Kicks it out to Morris. One more to Bamba for three on the near corner. It's a little short. It bounces off the top of the backboard, and it glands into the hands of Malcom Brogdon. 3:45 remaining in the third. Sixers trail by 14 points. Brogdon again tries to go up with a shot. It's blocked by Bamba. And are they going to call goaltending? They will. They say that the ball actually hit the backboard, and Bamba just got a piece of it afterwards. In real time, it's so tough to tell. I don't think it did get a piece of the... I don't know. It's hard to tell in real time. 84-68. Sixers have got to try to get a stop on the defensive side when they play next. And we have a ball that goes out of play towards that far sideline. It's 84-68. Portland leads it by 16. Had some glitches in the TV. Let's see. 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. And we have a couple of whistles here. I can't necessarily tell what's going on. Let's turn this back on. Sorry about this. So Beverly gets the inbound. Again, 3:25 left to go. So he tries to put up a shot, but we do have a whistle. And that's going to go against Portland here. Welcome home, Tampa. What's going on? Time for me to board the plane. Peace out. Thanks for coming on here, my guy. Appreciate it. The Sixers stream. I think something just went wrong with the Sixers stream. Huh. Apologize about that, guys. Let's see. Is it just us, or is it the Sixers stream? It is. It's the Sixers stream. How about that? All right. So this is what we'll do. So we'll go to the other NBC Sports app. Where is Matisse? I don't know. This is really odd. Let's try this again. So what we'll do is we'll go to the YouTube app. Sorry about this. Let's see. Let's go to the YouTube TV app. That stinks. Yep. It's NBC. NBC Sports is having a problem. Wow, somebody unplugged it. Okay, they're back on. I was like, wait, we've been having problems with our TV downstairs, but I didn't think that this was a TV problem. I thought that it was just the NBC Sports Network, and that's what it was. It's 86-70, so we missed a little bit of some action during that little TV cable cut or whatever just happened, but we're back on. 86-70 is the score. What's up, Embiid? How you doing? And the foul shot is up and in to make it 87-70. Advantage goes to Portland. 27-17 run by the Trailblazers in this quarter alone so far. There's a shot that goes up, and that is not going to go in. It's actually a 29-15 run, I should say, in this third quarter so far. 2:35 left remaining in the third. Dribbling inside is Jeremy Grant, who slices, dices, and gets the foul called on Paul Reed once again. So let's talk a little bit about Jeremy Grant. Tonight he has 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's a guy that is 6'7" tall. He weighs 210 pounds. And is 29 years old. He played for Syracuse and was drafted by the Sixers in the second round of the 2014 draft. That was during the process years for the Sixers. It was the 39th overall pick. Makes the first free throw. And again, what's been so impressive about him is that throughout his career, he's been not the best free throw shooter, but this season he's been, over the last 4 years, he's been shooting over 85%, and has really just been so impactful as a veteran leader to this Portland Trailblazers team. So House will hand it off to Kelly Oubre Jr. The second foul shot was good, by the way, by Jeremy Grant. Kelly grabs his own rebound and is able to clean up the mess that he made and throw it down the hatch. 89-72. 76ers trail by 17 with 2:03 remaining. Grant gets it into the paint. It's knocked away by KJ Martin, but he gets called for a foul again. And that's going to send Jeremy Grant to the charity stripe as the Sixers are over the foul limit, and Portland is in the bonus. How long will Embiid and Maxey be out? They are currently day-to-day as we speak. And Med, thanks for coming on here, my guy. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on here. So 2 minutes left to be exact in this third quarter. We still have a fresh fourth quarter to play. Both teams do have 4 timeouts remaining. Grant will try to get another point at the line, and he swishes it and makes it now an 18-point lead. So Grant, in his last game that he played, he had 24 points against the Chicago Bulls. And he only played 10 minutes in the game before that against the Spurs. Left the game with an injury. The game before that, he put up 21 points and 9 assists and 5 rebounds in an overtime victory versus Houston. KJ Martin tries to go up with a shot on the other side, and the Sixers lose the basketball. It goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Kelly Oubre Jr. as it's knocked out towards their baseline, and that's the 8th turnover by the Sixers. They trail by 19. Scoot Henderson standing over at the logo, and he'll try to take it all the way to the top of the key. Dribble it inside, kicks it back outside to Jeremy Grant. Grant almost parts the Red Sea, finds Scoot Henderson, and we have another foul called. It'll be an offensive foul on Jeremy Grant. Daniel House Jr. set his feet, made sure that his feet were planted, and Grant just buzzed his way in, but knocked over House Jr., and that's the right call. His feet were set, and Oubre had a little piece of it too. He had a little piece of Daniel House, who just fell right onto his knee, actually fell backwards. So Grant will take a quick seat here. 27 points, 4 fouls. They don't want him to foul out, that's for sure. House, Oubre, Morris Sr., Martin, and Korkmaz all out there for the Sixers. Kelly tries to put it up with the left hand, gets it to go, and one. That's one way to try to stop the rally, and while Jeremy Grant and Anfernee Simons are on the bench, maybe this is the time to capitalize if you're Philadelphia. So Kelly just doing a good job at initiating the contact. That was set by Dwap Reith, the center, the backup center for DeAndre Ayton. And Kelly's going to go to the line for one more. 91-74, and Kelly cashes in and converts on the old-fashioned three-point play. Sixers are the only game that are on now in the NBA. Every other game is currently done. Scoot Henderson on the drive towards the basket. He dribbles around the timeline. Thought about putting up a shot. It gets deflected by House, and it goes out of bounds. There were 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and Portland will still retain possession from their own territory. So 7 seconds left on the shot clock. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go on the game clock here in the third. Henderson will inbound it. He's trying to find a teammate. He has to inbound it to somebody. Kelly swats it away. It was supposed to go inside to Jabari Walker, but Kelly doing a good job at just deflecting it. And now there's 5 seconds on the shot clock, and Portland will get another opportunity to inbound it again. This time it'll still be from the baseline. Henderson tries to lob it, and it finds Anfernee Simons here. Simons with 3 seconds left on the shot clock with a fadeaway three. Puts it up, and it's too strong. Rebound goes to KJ Martin. Way too strong. Martin trying to utilize his athleticism. Puts it up and in with the left hand. A 5-0 run by the Sixers. Can they keep up the momentum going into the fourth? 44 seconds remaining. It would be really nice to see them try to cut it to maybe a 10-point lead for Portland before we go into the fourth. Anfernee Simons trying to milk the clock down, puts it up from way downtown, and he is off the mark again. He's been ice cold from downtown. Kelly grabs the rebound. 27.5 seconds left. Kelly puts up a three, trying to go for the 2-for-1. No. And it wouldn't have been enough time to do so anyways. That's what he was thinking. He probably should have just held it for one more. But regardless, Anfernee Simons has it at the logo, and that's what the Portland Trailblazers are going to do. Just milk the clock down. 10 seconds left. He's still at the logo. Tries to find Henderson. And now he'll get it back, and he'll try to take it right down the lane with the left hand, and he gets the finish, and 1-2. 2.9 seconds to go, and Anfernee Simons going to the line for another three-point opportunity. House Jr. is guilty for drawing that foul, and he just tried to go over the block, but he initiated some contact with that right elbow and the right forearm, if you will. And good job by Anfernee to just recognize that he was coming in like a steamroller. And he just got the foul shot to go. Sixers down by 17. Furkan gets the inbound. He finds House Jr. with a half-court prayer, and that's airballed, and that's going to do it. Sixers down by 17. They have a long hill to climb going into quarter number 4 as they trail 94-77 at the Moda Center in Portland. All right, so what's up, man? What's up, Ahmed? Ever since Scoot Henderson has been benched, the Blazers have been playing more completely or competitively instead of being blown out. Yeah, that's what it seems like, man. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Blazers because I know that we obviously don't cover them and we cover the Sixers, but I was actually listening. They have a little docuseries that they do on their YouTube channel, and they were talking a lot about in their last episode how they have really done a nice job at just making the cafeteria more of a safer place, and they're also making a lot more foods, types of stuff, and they have new chefs in the kitchen, and they renovated their kitchen and invested a lot of money into that. And they were talking about like what they give the players on a day-to-day basis when it comes to their meals, and it was really interesting because you really think about it from just the facility side of stuff and how important it is to just be able to keep that, to keep that part of the spectacle involved, and you want to keep that evolving. That's really important. But they really talked a lot about that and how much of an impact that has made on their season just from what they've been able to renovate from their facility, and that's really cool. Let's do our 76ers trivia question of the day. Where is my thingy? Where's my calendar? Thought I had it. Where's my calendar? I put it down somewhere. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. All right, what's today? Today is January 29th. All right, so I'm going to ask you a Sixers or a trivia question, a basketball trivia question. And if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you got it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, so let me know down below in the comments section, how many points did Julius Erving average from 1976 to 87? So throughout his Sixers career, how many points did Dr. J average throughout his Sixers career? Sixers career. Doesn't mean any other team. How many points did Dr. J average throughout his tenure with the Sixers? Let me know down below. Would love to hear your thoughts. It's 94-77 as we head into the fourth quarter. Sixers down by 17. Marcus Morris Sr. gets called for a turnover as he picked up his pivot foot, and there's a travel. Morris Sr. in this lineup has 9 points, which is the most in this lineup for the Sixers. They go with Marcus, Daniel House Jr., Furkan Korkmaz, KJ Martin, and Nick Batum. Batum just with 3 points and 4 rebounds. And the Trailblazers have Ayton, Brogdon, Kamara, Thibault, and Henderson. They have a shot that goes up. And another travel called against the Portland Trailblazers this time. So that makes it 94-77. That's what the score still is. Sixers are going to have to go on a big run here if they want to get back into this game. They swing it around the timeline. The ball movement really has been stale throughout most of this entire game, and their three-point shooting has been way off the mark. Furkan on a drive to the basket, puts it up and finishes so softly. He had a guy that he probably could have whizzed by, but just couldn't finish it with that left hand on the left side. Portland on the other side of the court. We'll get it into the paint. It's DeAndre Ayton who will try to size up KJ Martin, a guy that's about 7 inches smaller than him. And Marcus Morris Sr. is able to secure the board. He's in the backcourt. It's deflected. and stolen away by Toumani Camara. Camara's able to put it up, no, and we have a whistle called. It'll be against the Sixers. That's just the type of effort that Portland has been putting on against the Sixers team. It just seems like that they've been so aggressive, and they have just been getting a lot of the balls to just bounce their way. But also, they played really good defense in the backcourt. That was Toumani Camara. We'll talk about him in just a few moments right after this foul shot is up, and he's not able to hit it. So Camara, he played for Dayton College, was the 52nd pick by Phoenix in the 2023 draft, is averaging 6.5 points per game and just under 5 rebounds, too. He'll be 24 on May 8th. He's 6'7" and weighs 226 pounds. He does go 1 for 2 from the line, and now makes it an 18-point advantage for Portland. Again, for the Sixers, they got Beverly, they got House Jr., KJ Martin, and Furkan Korkmaz. Beverly dribbling around the screen. He's over towards the right side of the lane. He gets the ball back from Furkan. He'll now take it over towards the left side with the high-arcing runner. Puts it up, and we have another offensive foul called on the Sixers. It's on KJ Martin, who tried to just set up a screen, if you will, for Beverly, but it was off the ball, and it was an illegal screen, and that is not the type of turnover that you want. 10 turnovers, which is not like Philadelphia. But again, this is what happens when a lot of your starters, when you're missing pretty much 3/5 of your starters in the game. Harris, another thing to note, as a three-pointer's up and good by the Trailblazers. It's 98-77. Thibault hits the three. But Tobias Harris, I don't think he's come out there for the second half. He played 20 minutes and had 9 points. Not a lot of action for him. And he only put up 9 shot attempts. That is unacceptable for his standards. House does get fouled as he draws it on the offensive side, and he'll earn his reward at the line for 2 free throws. All right, so let's go over your trivia question answers. Again, how many points did Dr. J average during his 76ers career from 76 to 87? We have, let's see here. 28.2 points per game. That is incorrect. House does nail the first free throw, and we make it now a 20-point game for Portland, and some more substitutions coming for Philadelphia. It'll be Paul Reed and Kelly Oubre Jr. 28.2 is not correct. 29, that is also incorrect. Keep guessing. Keep guessing, man. I'll get to your question after. I'll get to your question during the break. Camara will hand it off to Brogdon on the offensive side. So both foul shots were good for Philadelphia. Thibault tries to drive it into the lane, kicks it back out to Brogdon, who was at the logo. Now is being guarded by Beverly, and Beverly reaches right on in, and that's just a frustration foul. It looks like from Patrick Beverly. 9.5 minutes remaining, and again the Sixers are down by 19 points. This is the largest deficit that they've had against Portland in quite some time. Again, they won earlier in the season. Brogdon trying to find Ayton inside, and it's pickpocketed by Paul Reed. He actually got the interception, and Beverly at the top of the key trying to find Reed inside. Reed has to kick it out to somebody. He couldn't move his pivot foot. He finds House Jr. House Jr. tries to give it back to Beverly, and that was stolen away off of a bad pass by Paul Reed. Thibault got the steal. And, well, making them pay on the offensive side is Scoot Henderson for Portland. And that's going to be a timeout called for Nick Nurse. You've kind of figured that was going to happen. Finally, they get their first 2 points. The Trailblazers, that is. Actually, they have 6 points. Could not tell from that. But regardless, it's 100-79. All right, let's get to your question. Do the fans think that Nick Nurse is doing a better job than Doc? Oh, of course, absolutely. I know that you don't watch. 21.9. What did I say? What did I say? Do the fans? Yes, he's definitely doing a better job. 1,000%. 1,000%. All right. The last time that the Trailblazers actually beat the 76ers was on November 20th of 2021. And that was in Portland. They won 118-111 in that game. And Damian Lillard only went off in that game. Again, Dame got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, and that's where he's been throughout this entire season. And Anfernee Simons has been the heir to the throne, if you will. 21.9 points. Close. Actually, yeah, you got that right. 21.9 to be exact, but they rounded it up to 22. That's correct. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were answering the trivia question or not. I'm sorry about that. So Dr. J averaged 21.9 points per game in his career with the 76ers from 1976 to 1987. Tobias Harris, actually, in that game that the Sixers lost, him and Tyrese Maxey both had 28 points, in case you were curious. I know that Maxey's not playing tonight, but it's interesting because Maxey has only had one game in his career where he had 10 rebounds. That was earlier this season against the Portland Trailblazers. He was able to get 10 boards, and that was his career high. Not only a season high, but a career high. It's not really a rebounding first type of a player, of course. 100-79. Portland reaches the century mark. Sixers trying to go to work after this timeout. Kelly puts it up with the left hand, tries to finish through traffic, and again, another rebound goes to Portland. It's DeAndre Ayton that time. Henderson back out to a three-point shot. That's up by Thibault. Can't get it. And another offensive rebound by Toumani Camara, who kicks it out to Brogdon for a wide-open three. Got it. And that probably could be the dagger. A 24-point advantage by the Portland Trailblazers. And that is just the type of night that Malcom Brogdon has had. They've put up 21 second-chance points over the Sixers' 11. 38%. The Blazers are shooting from three, and the Sixers can't buy a bucket once again. They've only put up 2 points in this fourth quarter. Paul Reed got the miss that time, and Portland attacks on the offensive side. Malcom Brogdon has made 3 of the 8 threes by Portland tonight. Everybody else that has made a 3 includes Walker, Grant, Reith, and Thibault. But that's it. And DeAndre Ayton's able to get a 2 on the little alley-oop pass again, which has occurred for the 5th time in this half. 105-79. And the Sixers, we have a whistle called on Portland. They lost it out of bounds, but let's look at the replay once again. This is just Malcom Brogdon able to find and feed the beast, and that's DeAndre Ayton, the big center, the former Phoenix Sun, who got to play with CP3 and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And now he is in Portland. Signed a big contract during the offseason. Sixers will have Thibault turns it over for Portland, and the Sixers will get the ball back. So Thibault lost it out of bounds. Jaden Springer, I didn't realize he was active. No one said anything about that, but he comes in for Patrick Beverly. So he's not out anymore. Kelly Oubre Jr. over at the Moda Center sign will try to drive it into the lane towards the right side and gets the high arcing runner to go. It was a finger roll finish, and that's going to make it their first 2 points of the quarter. Finally, with just about 5 minutes into the quarter, they get their first bucket. Henderson, foul line jumper. No good. Reed secures the board. He'll dribble it into the front court. It was trapped in the back court by Matisse Thybulle. Here's Terquavion Smith, who will dish it out to Kelly Oubre Jr. Thought about taking the 3, but he'll go to work against DeAndre Ayton. And how about the no-look pass to ball? Reed, who finishes with an open look in the lane. And another timeout called. This time it's by Chauncey Billups and the Portland Trailblazers. 6 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Sixers down by 22 in Portland. Jose, we have to make a move. Tonight's like not the night like if you think that after this game, guys, if you think that with the way that this game has gone down tonight, that the Sixers have to make a move, that's not like a valid. It's not a valid argument because this team plays so differently with Joel Embiid in there. And again, I'm going to say it again. If Joel and Maxey don't play, you're screwed. Like there's literally no other way around it. It's not like in baseball where, okay, if Bryce Harper goes down, well, it's not really like a 1 or 2 person show. You have a whole team to carry you. And even though Bryce Harper makes a big difference, that's not what I'm saying. It's just the nature of the sport that's just so different. If Tom Brady doesn't play at quarterback, if Patrick Mahomes is not there as your quarterback, you're not going to win. That's just the bottom line. So if you're watching tonight's game and you're thinking, well, we got to go out there and try to get another star for when Joel and when Maxey don't play, that's not the right way to approach it, because if Maxey and Embiid don't play in a playoff game, that's what happens, you're not going to win. So that's how we have to look at it. But if your point is, like, coming into tonight when everybody's fully healthy, that we need to get another piece surrounding Maxey and Embiid, that's a valid point, because in the playoffs, that's what you are going to need. You're going to need those surrounding pieces. So Malcom Brogdon, if you're Daryl Morey, after this game, after what he just put on display against the Sixers tonight, 24 points, 9 assists, he needs to be that. I'd be getting on the phone with the Portland Trailblazers right after this game. I'd be getting on with them right now. What do you want for Brogdon? Because he is a very good complementary piece. He can shoot off the dribble. He can catch and shoot, create his own shot. He's feisty. He is also very gritty as well. And he might be what the Sixers need as their backup ball handler. And he could probably also go out there at some times and lead the bench scoring unit. He would be such a great weapon for the Sixers, and that's a realistic trade target. It really is. Jose says you're right. I'm always right, man. I'm like my sister. My sister says that she's always right. I'm kidding. I'm not always right. Sixers get the steal off the inbound. It was a bad pass that was intercepted by Jaden Springer, who will try to just dribble it to the lane, and he's fouled. He'll have to earn his stripes at the line, at the foul stripe. So they take on the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. Again, as we mentioned, the last time that the Sixers lost to the Trailblazers, they're actually 4-1 over their last 5 games. They lost back on November 20th of 2021, and that was in Portland. Springer will head to the line for 2 free throws. The first one goes up. He misses it. The second one, he drains and swishes it. So it's back down to a 21-point deficit for Philadelphia. They're hoping to get Joel back tomorrow, and they're also hoping to try to get Maxey back tomorrow too. But again, you don't really want to rush anything. That's for sure. Henderson is the one that is aggressive, and he'll go back to the line. The Portland Trailblazers tonight, in case you are wondering, they have really just been going to the line a lot in this game. They really, really have. First foul shot's good. They've made 19 out of 22 free throws. Make it 20 out of 23 as Scoot Henderson is able to drain both. Let's see. Ahmed says, when all the starters were out for Memphis, the rest of the players were playing for their lives and won the game versus the Knicks. Sometimes the reserves are more motivated to win than the starters. That is true, too. That's absolutely true. Sixers almost were able to take care of business against Denver in their last game, but even though they came up short, they still weren't able to get the job done. We have a shot clock violation called on the other side. They'll be on the Sixers. They just could not get a shot off, and good perimeter defense by the Trailblazers with 6:10 left to go. But at the end of the day, if you want to compete in the playoffs, the point is that maybe you can win one game without your superstar, Joel, but it's going to be tough to win a series, especially later on in meaningful playoff games. Here we go as center goes out there and tries to get the little layup to go. That was Dwap and it was too strong. Terquavion Smith tries to go down with a jam, and he does so. Oh, man, that was absolutely incredible. That was Ricky Council the fourth as he got the sledgehammer to go. Didn't know he had that in him. 107-106. Thibault with the trifecta. Bounces twice and another rebound that gets intercepted by Jaden Springer. It would have went to Tamani Kamara. Springer zigging, zagging, and getting the finger roll finish. Oh, it's 107-88 with 5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Sixers play good defense in the backcourt. Matisse Thybulle dribbles it past the half court, and he'll just hand it off to Scoot Henderson. Henderson puts up a shot, and he's fouled by Mo Bamba. So Terquavion Smith, Ricky Council the fourth, KJ Martin, and Jaden Springer all out there for the Sixers, and Mo Bamba 2. That's the lineup that they go with. Tobias Harris has not played in this fourth quarter, and he really just had a bad day. But how about that dunk by Ricky Council the fourth, just trying to sledge his way through with nobody on him and make an incredible acrobatic dunk like he was in a slam dunk competition. That free throw is good as gold for Scoot Henderson. It's now 109-88. There's a triple for Mo Bamba. Long rebound by Jaden Springer was tipped by Thibault. Scoot Henderson, 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists tonight. Ricky Council the fourth puts it up, and he's fouled in traffic, and he'll just stay over at the line again. So Scoot Henderson, we haven't really talked about him too much, but he has had a very, very solid game. He's been able to put up, in this game in particular, he has 8 points. Said he had 24. I think that they had the wrong graphic up. But he has 8 points in this game and has been really strong off the bench. 109-89 as Ricky Council the fourth will come on in. We need to give Jaden more playing time. Maybe. I don't know. It's tough because I see moments where he shines, and then there's other moments where he is just being too passive and he's not utilizing his athleticism to his abilities. 109-90 as both free throws are made. If you just subscribe to my channel, make sure you comment who you are down below. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Sixers will be in Golden State tomorrow night, or tonight I should say, because we're on the East Coast. It'll be at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be the start once again. Henderson lets it fly for 3, nails it. At the top of the key, was wide open. Sixers just cannot close out on the three-point shooters as they play a zone defense and just not able to get anything to go. Springer rolling inside to the paint with the left hand, and it gets blocked and swatted away as it goes out of bounds by Taze Moore. They do have the Sixers will inbound it with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:22 remaining. Bamba almost got the ball intercepted by Dwap, but he fishes it out to Springer. Springer finds Council the fourth for 3. It was just too strong. And another rebound again by Portland. They are just so active on the glass, but we have a walk on the floor by Scoot Henderson as he did not picked up his dribble and just double dribbled there. 4:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. And the Sixers will try to get another bucket here. They're down by 22 points. Nick Nurse, of course, playing his fourth unit guys, just giving everybody the rest that they need for tomorrow. A.J. Martin gets the ball inside, puts up a shot. I don't know how he missed it because even though he did get fouled from behind, probably should have made the layup regardless. Somebody said Korkmaz is a good player. If he's a good player, man, why isn't he getting starting time? I'm not saying that he stinks or anything. I'm just saying that compared to the other starters, it's really tough to get starting time or to get any sort of playing time when all these other guys are just playing so well for the Sixers. So if he were to go somewhere else, maybe he'd be getting more starting time, or more playing time. But with his play that he's put up over his career, it'd be kind of hard to say that. That's coaching? I don't know if I agree with that either. 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Martin does miss the first free throw, but nails the second. 112 to 92 with 3:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tyrese trying to go up with a Euro step and finish with the left hand, and he got the Midas touch to go. 20 points for Portland in this fourth quarter. They are outscoring the Sixers 20-15. We have another rebound off the missed shot by Terquavion Smith. Ryan Rupert able to get it. Here's Scoot Henderson with another three, and that's going to put the nail in the coffin. Scoot Henderson having an incredible shooting performance in the fourth quarter. He has honestly just been a sniper in this quarter alone. He has led the Portland Trailblazers to be 4 for 6 from downtown in just this quarter alone. And another whistle called. It'll be on Portland's defense. Scoot Henderson just hitting it right in front of Terquavion Smith. And, well, that's what the 19-year-old has the potential of doing. Eventually, when he's a little bit older, he's a very, very, very talented. He can shoot off the dribble. He's a very good finisher, but has to work on, of course, controlling his body and trying to focus more on the physicality side of stuff. That's been something that they've talked about throughout his whole career, from high school all the way to the NBA draft, that he just has to, try to get more muscle mass. Henderson puts up a three again, puts it up, and he is hotter than a stove. He has scored the last 9 points by the Trailblazers and has just been unstoppable. Smith hands it off to Martin. Martin goes into the lane, and we have an offensive foul called on KJ Martin. The feet were set by Walker. That's Jabari Walker that was able to set his feet in stone. And Kenyon Martin Jr. guilty for committing the foul again. 2 more subscribers till we get to 1,670. What are y'all waiting for? Tell your friends about this channel. Springer tries to block it in the lane, and there is nothing good that comes out of that. Just another bucket by Toumani Camara. And they'll be back tomorrow night, the Sixers, once again. Just wanted to remind you all that we'll be back on at 10 o'clock p.m. against the Golden State Warriors. Sixers get back on defense, but another foul called. It'll be on Jaden Springer and Scoot Henderson, who has scored the last 9 points for Portland. He'll go to the line and try to make it what is a 10-0 run all by himself, which is ridiculous and absolutely crazy. The Sixers lost they won 126-98 against the Portland Trailblazers in the first game that they played them this year. And it's almost a pretty similar score, except it's the opposite result. It's now 124-94. Portland has the 30-point lead. 2:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. 30 points scored by the Trailblazers. That is the second most that they've scored in any quarter today. And finally, the Sixers get a three. It is Terquavion Smith that hits a 29-footer from downtown. Springer almost intercepted the inbound pass that was made to Walker. And now there's 2 minutes remaining. Both teams in the bonus. 1:55 left to go. Here's another three by Scoot Henderson. He airballs it this time. I think he forced that shot on him. And there's going to be an offensive rebound by Portland, but stolen away by Terquavion Smith. And he just turned it over again. He was right over towards the lane on the far side. And the Trailblazers try to make him pay from 3-point range, and they do. Toumani Camara wants to join in on the 3-point splash party, and he does. 127-97. Springer is fouled as he heads towards the lane and will muster his way towards the line with exactly 90 seconds to go. 1 more subscriber until we get to 1,670 points. So the Sixers, without Joel Embiid this season, we've talked about how great they've been with Joel. They're 26-7 with him, and also they're 3-8 without him. It's the first foul shot. It's good by Springer. They're also averaging 9.3 points less per game without him. And they've been giving up 4 more points, which honestly is a pretty big difference without him, too. They only allow 111 with him, and they allow 115 without him. They're shooting 45% from the field, which is just about 3 ticks below what they average with him. And opponents are shooting 48% from the field as well. So it's 129-99 with a minute 12 remaining. Make it now 130-99 as Scoot Henderson draws another foul. It's 120 left to go. Terquavion Smith, Ricky Council IV, Kenyon Martin Jr., Jaden Springer, and Mo Bamba all out there, and Springer hits a far corner 3 off the pass by Ricky Council IV. So Council IV able to get the assist, his first one tonight, as he picks a pocket of Scoot Henderson, and he goes down with a 180 dunk. A little windmill by Terquavion Smith. 130-104. Sixers trail by 26. Boy, oh boy, is he explosive. Springer thought about shooting the 3. He second-guessed himself and wanted to complain to the refs for a whistle, and he won't get that. I don't know why he just wasn't being aggressive at going towards the rim. But let's go back to that steal by Terquavion Smith and just that little windmill reverse dunk, a little 180, if you will. This is what it's like being called up to the big leagues, young fella. And the landing was absolutely perfect, too. Watched his head and just nailed it. 38 seconds left. The ball gets stripped by Bamba and stolen away by Bamba as well. Bamba trying to fight with Toumani Camara on the floor. He gets it, and he'll hand it off to KJ Martin. Martin back to Council IV, who passed it, deflected it off of a Trailblazer defender. 3-point shot again by Terquavion Smith, and it's blocked. It got blocked that time by Scoot Henderson, who records his second block of the game, and that's going to do it. So Portland is going to hang on to the basketball as they are able to just destroy the 76ers tonight, 130-104, without Maxey, without Embiid, and without Robert Covington and DeAnthony Melton. But still, the Sixers just got outclassed tonight as they have to catch a flight to Golden State for tomorrow night's game. Another 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time start. The Trailblazers now 14-33. Jeremy Grant and Malcolm Brogdon combined to score 51 points tonight. Brogdon at 24, 9, and 5. It's actually funny because now I realize that the graphic of Scoot Henderson, it was wrong. It was supposed to say Malcolm Brogdon, and that's why they took it down so fast. But Jeremy Grant had 27 points. He was 12 for 13 from the charity stripe. He had 5 rebounds and was 7 for 13 from the field as well. I want to thank you all so much for coming on here. Means a lot to me. We will be back on for another late night tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in Golden State, California. I will not be in Golden State, California, even though I wish I would be there in person because that'd be really cool. But we'll be in South Jersey calling the game as we always do. One more subscriber till we get to 1,670. Boy, it'd be so nice to end it with a bang, man. Got you tuned in, JJ, as I'm working on my YouTube page. Nice. Very nice stuff. What's up, FS Pod? He just left, but he's back on here, man. How far in the playoffs do you expect the Sixers to reach? Depends on the matchups, man. If they keep the roster the way that they are, and if everybody's fully healthy, then I expect them to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, at least. They can compete with Milwaukee. They can compete with Boston. I think that right now that they're better than Milwaukee, but some people think that I'm wrong. I'm not counting out Miami as a sleeper. They're really good. We just got to 1670. Let's go. That is absolutely huge. 30 more till we get to 1,700, and we should get there within the next 15 days or so. That would be absolutely awesome. On the go with Sela. There you go. I thought I was subscribed. You weren't. Oh, thanks for subscribing, my guy. Appreciate it. Tampa Bay is on the plane. FS Pod's on the plane to come home. Yes, he is. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by, guys. Make sure you go subscribe to On the Go with Stilo. Does a great job with NASCAR, with the Braves. Does college basketball, and also covers the Nashville Predators as well. And does a great job with football too, with the Tennessee Titans. So go give my man some love and support. And again, we'll be back on tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for Sixers Warriors. That should be hopefully a good game if everybody is healthy and everybody stays in. Ricky Council showed some flashes again, says Nick Curcio. What's up, Nick? What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on, stopping by. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, Council made some flashy plays. I have to cut that one windmill dunk that he made. That was pretty awesome. That was a good call, too. And I am noticing that when it comes to the garbage time stuff, that sometimes, even though you want to look at your notes a lot and you want to kind of talk about the future and make it more about a podcast, if you will, you can't miss those types of moments because that is something that's really special for sure. Thanks again for all of you that did subscribe to the channel. Means a lot to me. Hello from Megan and Izzy. What's up, Izzy and Megan? How you doing? Shout out to you guys. You've been subscribed to the channel for, I want to say 10 months? You've been following a lot of our Phillies stuff. It's pretty awesome. I love each and every one of you. I'm going to sign off now. I'll probably listen to DJ's post-game pod. But I'm done talking, man. I have to save up for tomorrow night. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully the Sixers will win. Last comment, haha, yeah, I thought I'd pop back in. Hopefully Maxey is back tomorrow night. I assume JoJo's probably going to be out again, too. Yeah, man, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you guys ever want to hop on for a post-game show, we'll maybe go live tomorrow night. We'll have to wait and see how things go. But tonight there's nothing really to talk about, and I'm getting a little bit tired anyways. But I'll catch you all later. See you guys tomorrow night. Lila Tov, good night, and sweet dreams. Later, JJ. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.